Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I am Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I am joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weishuttle. Doug, how bad are your brackets busted?
I might as well not even done them. It's that bad.
Regardless of what shape your brackets are in, boy, was that first weekend fun.
Oh, no, the first weekend's always fun. We had the added benefit in New Jersey of having the sports betting.
Yes. Well, speaking of that, I want to thank Kansas State for losing and screwing up my 9-game parlay. 8-1 doesn't count in betting. So, if UC Irvine didn't beat them, I would have had a 9-game parlay. Unbelievable.
Shocking. Let me put it this way.
I don't remember the games I won, but I know the games I lost.
Let me put it this way. Anyone who wants advice from me on college basketball betting, do the opposite. Because I did it. I did horrible. I was embarrassed about how well or how poorly I did in the betting on the brackets. But the first 2 days of the tournament, the round of 64.
Yeah.
That's always the best part of the tournament.
It's always a lot of fun.
It's always nonstop action.
That first Thursday is always great, And we were in Parks Casino, which was very interesting. It's their first March Madness for their sports book as well, which
the physical sports book.
For the physical sports book. And, I know we've spent the Super Bowl in Atlantic City, so we figured, hey, let's check out Philadelphia for the March Madness.
I have to admit, it was actually pretty active middle of the day.
Pretty active, yeah.
And it was actually a fun time. We got to see the new beer garden.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we put a lot of pictures on our Facebook, so you can check that out. Well, it's been a busy week, as you can hear. So let's take a ride down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
All right, I had all the notes set out, and we just talked a little bit about March Madness, but we just had something announced today. We're taping this on Wednesday. Just wanted to let everyone know. It looks like Canby and Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. And we don't talk about Connecticut too much.
No, they're kind of the lost state.
Yeah, because, and they shouldn't be.
They have two very big casinos.
Soon to be 3. With East Windsor.
Yep, soon to be 3.
But right now, Canby, which is a sports betting platform for both online and retail, the brick and mortar, they just did a deal with Mohegan Sun in Connecticut to provide them with the online and retail sports books.
Which is great. I mean, Connecticut should be getting sports betting pretty soon. I mean, they have, soon 3, but 2 very big casinos, Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods, and they need a little help. Let's be honest. They need a little help because casinos are coming in Massachusetts. Casinos are coming in New York. Sports betting certainly is coming in New York. I know you're going to talk about it pretty soon. And from all indications, I guess the governor of Massachusetts said,
by summer.
If by summer,
by football, they should be up and running.
I think the benchmark was by football season.
That's always the benchmark for sports betting.
If you're going to be competitive, you got to offer what everyone else is offering.
Yeah, it's nice to see Connecticut do it. And
sure.
We're saying 3 casinos, but I guess it's technically 2.5 because it's a co-owned casino. It's Mohegan Sun in Connecticut working and Foxwoods coming together to run the one in East Windsor.
Sure.
So it's a combined one. So I guess 1.5 each.
They're in trouble when they're combining to do another casino just to fight. I guess it's MGM in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is very close to them. I guess I don't know how close it is to the border of Connecticut, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, they're going to be almost neighboring competitors.
Yeah, so they got to do something.
Yeah,
so.
And with the Encore Boston license up in the air right now, see what happens there. MGM's still talking about doing a Bridgeport casino, which that'll also create a lot more problems for Mohegan and Foxwoods in that state.
Mm-hmm.
But again, see when sports betting launches there. Going back to March Madness here, we for the first time since the tournament has expanded to 64 teams, which was 1985, I think. Right?
Yep.
All 16 betting favorites won.
I wish they did that in the very first round of 64 because you know what? That's where I lost. I'm going to stick on losing this parlay like there's nobody's business. But I was trying to do a money line parlay, and I bet all the heavy favorites, and probably wasn't a great idea.
No, I basically I don't even know. I don't even remember what I did. I blocked it out because I did so poorly. I mean, I basically just donated the money to the sports books.
I wish I could block that one out.
No, it was a horrible round for me.
Yeah. Hey, but Duke survived. I don't know how they survived, but they survived.
A 1-point win against a team they should have blown out.
Well, let me tell you something. And that final basket went around the rim, and I think someone... they swallowed the whistle on that one, and
well, I still have my prop bet on Duke winning the entire thing alive. So.
Well, you should because apparently God wants Duke to win because He will let that ball go in it should have.
Yeah. Going to the next state over than Connecticut, which is Rhode Island, they just had a bill signed into law by the governor to allow mobile sports betting.
About time,
and they need it.
Absolutely.
With that breakdown of who gets what in terms of the revenue and everything else, they need mobile betting across the state because those 2 casinos just can't survive giving 51% back to the state.
And look, I mean, everyone should be following the example that Jersey set. I mean, I think 80% of the profits in New Jersey sportsbooks come from mobile. So, and look, truth be told, I go to a lot of sportsbooks. Guess what? Mostly I'm betting on my phone.
Yeah, no, it's easier. It's easier than standing in line at even sometimes you have a line at the self-service kiosk. I noticed a line in parks.
Lots of kiosks in parks too, which is great.
All over the casino, not just in the sports book, but they had them throughout the casino too.
Which is excellent. Is excellent. And let me tell you something. Mobile is so important. Like I said, we were down in Atlantic City for the Super Bowl, and we were in Ocean Resorts where William Hill runs it. And they had William Hill employees out among the people, among the patrons, signing them up for mobile. They want mobile.
Everyone wants mobile.
Everyone wants mobile.
Because they want you using their app wherever you go. And, New Jersey is the key for, mobile is the key for New Jersey, I think, because they want, there's only casinos allowed in Atlantic City right now. And they're still trying to get the expansion of other casinos to North Jersey. If that ever happens, that changes the ballgame, too, for a lot of things.
Well, Atlantic City, it's 2 extremes. You have the sports books in Atlantic City, then you have the sports books in Monmouth, and then you have it in Meadowlands. So, there's a whole lot of state between those 2, and that's a pretty far drive for a lot of people.
Yep, and especially with the North Jersey ones taking the New York bettors.
Sure.
Which leads into the next thing I'm going to talk about. Upstate New York casinos are going to be able to start sports betting, it looks like around Labor Day. They have the sports betting rules were just published last Wednesday.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Why do I keep saying Labor Day for that? I keep getting those 2 flips.
I hate Labor Day. It's in September.
Yeah, I know. Well, hey,
Memorial Day is the first weekend of summer, I guess.
Labor Day is the day you don't do any labor. I should remember that. So, but No, it looks like upstate New York is going to have their sports betting up and running by that time. They issued the rules that there's a 60-day period for public comment, and then once the 60 days are passed, the actual sports betting can start. So, it looks like New York is coming into its own right now. It'll be interesting to see if that measure that the one representative introduced about having the mobile sports betting in the stadiums happens.
That should be interesting,
because that's a nice way to counteract just having upstate New York casinos offering sports betting.
Plus, we were talking about the Connecticut casinos. This is exactly why they should be getting sports betting.
Yeah,
because they're going to be squeezed out, and they got to compete.
I wonder how much the upstate New York casinos with sports betting are going to affect some of the other casinos that have just launched in Massachusetts and some of the other places.
Oh, sure. It
should take some of the audience away, patrons or whatever you want to call it.
Well, especially for the big events like March Madness and the Super Bowl and whatever else big events there are. Who knows? World Cup. I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of different things coming up, and it looks like golf is becoming more and more popular with sports bettors too. I've been noticing a lot more prop bets for some of these golf tournaments coming up.
I like betting on golf.
It's
fun.
It's a different type of animal than just football, baseball, hockey.
I wish there were more events like the Mickelson Tiger Woods thing over Thanksgiving. That was great. That was a lot of fun.
They're going to be. So it was a successful thing. So. We'll see what happens, but New York is coming into the play here. We got Connecticut possibly. We have Rhode Island mobile now. Everything's starting to take shape in terms of the entire region, Mid-Atlantic, almost southern New England area, where it's almost going to be like a sports betting hub almost.
That'd be fun.
Exit 2.
All right, we're going to be talking about Philly, which is going to be launching or building its first dedicated eSports stadium.
This should be interesting.
It's going to be in the Philadelphia Sports Complex. Where all the stadiums are.
Where all the stadiums are.
What was it? The Xfinity Center?
The Xfinity Center is actually it's that great place with all the bars and restaurants right outside of the stadiums, and so that's where the stadium for the eSports is going to be. Correct?
Right
next to it,
and it's going to be built and owned by Comcast Spectacor, which basically owns that entire area.
Sure.
So
one thing you got to know about Philly, it's the only city in this country that has all its sports teams playing within its city limits. So, and all those the stadiums for each team is in basically a 1 block radius of each other, and they share they share parking lots.
Yeah, and
so it's everything is there,
and also right in the same area as the South Philly Turf Club.
Sure,
which you're going to see a lot of stuff.
Which, by the way, is owned by Parks.
Yep.
So,
but the Comcast Spectacor is building a 3,500 seat, 60,000 square foot arena. Going to open up in 2021. It's going to be called the Fusion Arena. It's going to have a training facility, broadcast studio. Offices for the team, which is going to be housed there, which is called the Philadelphia Fusion. It's an esports team that's in the Overwatch League.
That's got to be a great thing to work for an esports team. Are you just basically playing video games all day, right?
You mean as a player or as a front office guy?
Front office
is
no,
probably
you're
no
not.
difference. Probably front office is no different than
no.
any
You
other
don't take a
sports
break to go into the conference room and play some games.
I just wonder how many of the front office people actually play the games, because you got dedicated players, that they pay salaries to. It's run like a sports team. So I'm assuming the president of the Philadelphia Fusion doesn't go out of his office and go down to play. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Hey, why not? Why? Hey, it's if he's a hands-on kind of a he or she, if they're a hands-on kind of a president or a leader, they should check out the game and play it.
Yeah, and well, hey, they're going to have a lot of room. They're going to have the like I said, 3,500 seat. It's going to be $50 million to build this thing.
Did they break ground yet, or not yet?
Not yet.
Because I'm curious, because we're always down there and we always
they
for the games and stuff like that. So we should take a look at it.
They just showed the what do you call those things? The drawings.
Oh, the
whatever,
the layouts or whatever,
all that stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be the largest new construction purpose-built esports arena in the Western Hemisphere.
Really?
It'll be the largest.
So wait. I always thought Luxor was pretty big.
No, it's not that big.
No, really? Wow. Okay.
Luxor, I think, is only 40,000 or something like that. But funny you should mention Luxor.
Okay.
Because the next eSports thing I wanted to talk about, we have the very first eSports variety show, and it comes out of the Luxor HyperX eSports Arena.
Okay.
It's called Playtime with Kitty Plays.
Okay. Is that someone big in the esports community?
And I'm going to say her name right here, the host, Kristen Kitty Plays Micala.
Okay.
She is a big-time deal in the esports arena here. She, let's see, she is one of the largest stream people in the esports industry right now.
So let me guess, she streamed on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep, everyone's streamed on Twitch.
Well, Twitch
I've
is
yet
the
to look
easiest
at
thing to do
Twitch.
for them. I mean,
I don't know what Twitch is.
Twitch is basically...
It's YouTube for gamers?
Well, it's live broadcast.
It's live broadcast, okay.
YouTube just recently started doing the live stuff, too. But,
okay, all right.
But no, Twitch was always the home for esports players and also poker players. You know, people want to stream and watch them play poker online or whatever.
So will this show be streamed on Twitch?
It'll be streamed on Twitch. It's a 4-hour show.
A 4-hour show?
Doors, they're doing it this way. Doors will open at 1 p.m. Show is live from 2 to 6 p.m.
Okay. How often is this now?
It's once a week.
Okay. All right, good. I thought this was a daily thing. Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I misread my notes. Monthly. Be once a month.
Okay, once a month. Okay,
that makes more sense.
That's even better.
So it's a monthly esports entertainment and variety show featuring conversations with top influencers and celebrity guests live on stage.
Okay.
So think the Tonight Show for esports.
Oh, we ought to get her on.
Yeah. And let's see. First 50 ticket holders to check into the arena will be given the opportunity to have a meet and greet with Kristen after the shows.
So she's a big deal, huh?
She's a big deal.
Okay. Wow.
And they're going to be choosing people at random in the audience to come up on stage and play.
So I'm assuming people in the audience are really hardcore gamers, because if someone was very interested and were pulled up to play, they'd make an ass out of themselves, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I would. Well, you know what? If
I was there and I was chosen, I'd be dead in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Well, if you're sitting in the audience and you're not expecting to play, you know, there's probably going to be some expectation that you're going to suck for a little while until you get your feet under you while you're on stage. But yeah, no, that we're seeing a lot of more developments here. The building in Philly, the variety show in Vegas, and now we have 2 platforms coming out, 2 new platforms. Google and Apple are both launching their own cloud gaming platforms.
Okay.
It's going to be called the Google Stadia and the Apple Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah, Google
Apple Arcade.
Yeah, Apple Arcade is going to have. I'm going to get this 100 or more new and exclusive games. It's going to be run. It's only limited to your iPhones, Mac, and your Apple devices. So it's kind of limited in that area.
Okay, I mean, can you use your laptop here? I have a laptop. I don't know if I would play a game on my phone, but
if you have an Apple.
I don't have an Apple phone. I have
so
an Android.
you would have to go to Google Stadia.
I'd have to go to Google,
which is basically you can stream the games, which like they're going to be having.
But
Doom,
can I go on my computer and stuff?
Yep, any device with a Chrome browser and an internet connection.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I got Chrome.
Yeah. So you're going to have your choice. If you're an Apple guy, you go to Apple Arcade. If you're a PC person that doesn't have an Apple device,
yeah, I have Android.
Yeah, go to Google Stadia when they launch.
Okay.
Again, they're going to be having games like Doom and Assassin's Creed.
Now, is this a pay thing or?
Some of them are going to be pay. Some of them, they're going to have demos and free stuff and all that other stuff. It's going to be just like any other online service. Basically, there's going to be different areas for it. But there's one advantage Apple has over the Stadia, the Google platform. Apple, you can play offline. You have to be connected to the internet to play on the Google platform. You can't leave the internet.
Okay.
So if you don't have an internet connection, you ain't playing.
I guess not.
So, but that's the one advantage Apple has. It sounds like Google is going to have some of the more popular esports games.
Exit 3.
All right, we're going to talk a little Shaq.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal has always shown that he's smarter than a lot of other people out there in the business world as well as the sports world, and he just continues to keep demonstrating this. He's going to be joining the board of directors of Papa John's.
Wow, good.
Remember all that stuff they had with the discrimination stuff way back when? So this could be a little, I would say, outcropping of this or something like that, however
they got rid of one guy, so they have to bring someone else
They got rid
in.
of Papa John.
Was he Papa John?
They got rid of Papa John.
It was actually Papa John, huh?
Yeah. But he is now going to be on the board of directors. He's also going to be investing in 9 of their stores in Atlanta.
I'm surprised Atlanta has 9 Papa Johns.
They got more.
Wow.
They have more.
Boy.
They have more. But he's also going to be the brand ambassador for the
which is
for
good.
The entire
I
chain.
see him selling everything. What, the general car insurance? Then I see him. It's kind of a powder. Isn't it like a medicated powder spray?
Oh, Gold Bond.
Yeah. He's.
No, or is he Icy Hot?
I don't. He might
Or
be
is he
both.
both?
He's probably both.
But he is going to be doing that. They're going to be paying him $8.25 million over 3 years for this endorsement deal.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be paid to be on their board of directors. And, I was surprised when I was looking at his resume in terms of what he owns. Listen to what he owns here. He owns 155 Five Guys franchises.
Which are really good burgers.
And that's
Really
about
good
10%
burgers.
of the entire company. He owns 17 pretzel restaurants, Auntie Anne's.
They're good, too. I like them.
He has 1 Krispy Kreme donut franchise in Atlanta.
He should have more Krispy Kreme. The world would be a better place if there was more Krispy Kreme.
He's got his own fast casual fried chicken spot in Las Vegas called Big Chicken.
I've never heard of that. Is that only? That's not like a chain, right?
No,
That's
there's one in Las Vegas. That's it.
Okay.
And he owns it. He's got a restaurant called Shaquille's in L.A., and he's got burgers that are named after himself and Kobe Bryant. So I'm assuming Kobe beef.
Kobe beef.
Yep.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And listen to this now. Not only does he have all those restaurants and food entries there, 40 24-hour fitness gyms. He's got the O'Neal Group, which is a real estate and commercial property venture that has property valued at more than $50 million. And he has over 150 car washes.
Wow.
This guy is now worth $350 million.
He probably makes more money than he did when he was playing basketball.
He had the commercial property group while he was playing. He formed it
smart.
while he was playing, and throughout his tenure, he started acquiring properties everywhere he could, and it's grown. And he's actually been probably one of the smartest guys I've ever seen come out of sports.
And he still does announcing for basketball. He does some of the pre and post game and things like that. I've seen him on. So he's boy, I don't know how he finds time in the day.
Yeah, you can really say he's keeping it busy. So it's nice to see some kind of success outside of basketball for some of these guys. I mean, you have Charles Barkley over there doing the TNT stuff. Always fun to listen to him, but I'm impressed always with Shaquille O'Neal.
Sure.
Exit 4.
All right, last stop on the Turnpike for this week. We're going down to Florida, where the Miami Marlins minor league affiliate will be breaking Florida laws in every inning of an upcoming game.
I don't know how they're doing this. I mean, I get it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting. It makes people talk about them. But, I mean, you're still breaking laws that are on the books. I don't know who thought of this.
Well, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, which is the name of the team.
Really?
They will be hosting Florida Man Night this summer on July 26th.
All right.
When they're playing the Biloxi Shuckers.
Okay. Boy, they have interesting names in the minor leagues.
Now, I had looked this up, and I wanted to write it down just so I got this right. Florida Man. It's a meme where every bizarre newspaper headline featuring someone doing something insane, and the example I found was like driving your Ferrari into the ocean, is usually preempted by the words Florida Man.
Okay.
Florida Man does this, Florida Man does that.
I get that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So what they're going to be doing is every inning they're going to choose a weird Florida law, and they're going to break it. And this entire night is sponsored by a local law firm.
Interesting. I mean, well, I guess they're creating clients if they're breaking law. I mean, don't they have police and security looking? I mean, I'm sure these laws are not really.
I pulled some out.
Major crazy laws. But
I could tell you what some of these are. Actually, I have one in the notes. You can actually see it. Skateboarding without a license is still illegal in Florida.
All right. That's not horrible. It's not a violent crime. But you know what? I guess.
Okay. Here are some of the more unusual
But
ones.
isn't he on? I'm a lawyer. I'll put my lawyer hat on. Isn't he on private property, and the property owner is giving him permission
Doesn't matter
to
where.
do that?
You can't.
Doesn't matter,
no.
really. That's why I'm not a Florida attorney.
It says in public,
Okay.
not in a public place, in public.
Okay.
Here's another one, and I want to see them do this. If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as it would for a vehicle. That's on the books in Florida.
Okay. So they're going to get an elephant, and they're going to tie it. They're going. I'm assuming
I would assume
they're
that's
going
how
to bring it
gonna do
into the
They
stadium.
they haven't announced what they're going to be breaking.
Okay. That's very interesting, though. But yeah.
Here's another one. Men may not be seen publicly in any kind of strapless gown.
Okay. All right.
That's on the books.
So this should be interesting. I guess we're hopefully we'll have a follow up on this story.
Yeah, let me give you two more. It is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit.
Okay.
These are all on the books.
I wonder what the reason for some of these are.
Probably in the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. They even had, we remember when there was a craze for internet cafes?
Yeah.
They accidentally banned all internet devices, on modems, everything else, in the way they misworded, preventing some of the internet cafes from spilling over.
Okay.
Because of the gambling issues.
Okay.
And here, let me give you the last one that I found here. Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, as can be the salon owner.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's bizarre.
now when you say strange and weird laws,
That's
that they're
really
going to be
bizarre.
broken.
Well, it should be interesting.
You want one more?
Yeah, give me one more.
A special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday, or she shall risk arrest, fine, and or jailing.
Wow. Okay. Let me tell you something. I've
Take your
said
statement back.
I've said it before. Minor league teams have the greatest promotion nights ever. I mean, they're so creative in getting people to the stadium. Good for them. Good for them.
And the Jumbo Shrimp tweeted out when they announced his promotion that a lawyer will be on the premises.
Well, isn't the law firm sponsoring?
That doesn't mean they're going to be there.
Okay. Well,
They can have a sign, that's all. But that's it for this week's Turnpike. I thought we'd end it on a really odd one.
Yep, and I just want to remind everyone that today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, to get in touch with Turnpike Sports, you can call or text us at 609-512-5910. Excuse me there, 609-512-5910. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter at Turnpike Sports. Email us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Don't forget to order your 2019 International Bikini Team calendar. info@internationalbikini-team.org is the email address for your ordering information. And don't forget to catch us on Smart TV, your Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire devices. Just head on over to Binge Network so you can catch us there. Also, the show is distributed through iTunes, iHeartMedia, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube.
And right after the break, we're going to talk a little bit about opening day MLB, and who knows, maybe we'll throw some crazy-ass bets in that we're going to place. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. Rhode Island Governor Gina Raimondo has signed a bill into law making mobile sports betting legal in the Ocean State. The governor's proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year included an additional $3 million in revenue from mobile betting. Currently, Rhode Island is the only New England state that allows sports betting. The Stratosphere in Las Vegas has opened up its new sportsbook. The state-of-the-art book, which is owned by Golden Entertainment and operated by William Hill, boasts a 110-foot wraparound LED screen along with 12 other HD TVs. And finally, if you bet the favorites in this year's NCAA March Madness, you were part of history. According to ESPN Stats and Information, all 16 teams that were favored won in the round of 32. This is the first time that's ever happened since the tournament was expanded to 64 teams in 1985. My bracket was busted long before that. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports. Ever wonder how a generation of millennials made millions with an iPhone just by following their passions? How some went from living in their parents' basements to becoming more famous than movie stars? For decades, there were technologies, companies, products, and market conditions all paving the way for today's social media infrastructure. The new film Influencer takes you on a journey to meet some of these people and technologies while exploring the mind and the day-to-day lives of social media influencers. Get an inside look into the world of social media influencers and the impact they have. Go on a journey inside the digital revolution. Check out Influencer today. Now available for a limited time only. Head on over to influencerfilms.com for a private screening of Influencer, an inside look at the digital revolution. That's influencerfilms.com for a private screening of Influencer, an inside look at the digital revolution. Now available for a limited time only. You've been hearing me talk about MyPillow and the benefits of using it to get a good night's sleep, alleviate your sore neck and back, and the special deal you can get from MyPillow through the show. Well, not only can you pick up the special deal for 4 MyPillows when you use promo code CARDS, but now you can get $100 off your purchase of the MyPillow mattress. Yeah, that's right, the MyPillow mattress. The MyPillow mattress comes with a 10-year warranty and a 120-day money-back guarantee. The MyPillow mattress is made up of 3 unique layers, providing you the comfort and support to fall asleep and stay asleep all night. It even has the luxurious Dream Soft cover, which is stain-resistant and stays cool all night. Just head on over to MyPillow.com, click on the MyPillow mattress link, and enter promo code CARDS at checkout to get $100 off your order. Or call 1-800-319-7913 to order by phone. That's MyPillow.com or call 1-800-319-7913 and use promo code CARDS. Better sleep starts with MyPillow.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. Go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus the 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. That's BABE16, because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-to-1 odds.
No.
5-to-1.
No.
10-to-1.
You're on.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. It's my favorite day of the year. That's right, opening day for Major League Baseball. Doug, are you excited as I am?
I always love opening day.
It's great.
It's actually interesting to watch all the different games. It's one of the few times where everyone's kind of out watching all the different opening day starters, all the different the new teams that people are joining, which is going to be fun to watch, especially in Philly.
Very interesting. You know, this March is such a great March for sports. Last Thursday, we had the NCAA opening day of the brackets, and now we have this Thursday, MLB opening day. It's just day drinkers' delight. This is a great month for day drinkers.
Well, if you think about it, everything was building. You know, February is always the slow month. There's nothing really going on. We had the Super Bowl at the beginning of the month. Nothing really rest of the way in February, and now we've got March Madness. Now we have opening day, all one after the other, and it's actually a great time.
And you know what? This is my first baseball opening day where I can actually place some legal bets. How great is that?
You know, it's the first day of opening. It's the first opening day that a lot of people can make bets.
Yes, I know. It's just
it's not just about you.
It's all about me. It's absolutely all about me. And there's some interesting. I already made one bet that's probably stupid. In the last segment, I told you I did a 9-game parlay for the opening day of the NCAA brackets.
Yep.
And I missed by one. So you know what? If you fall off a horse, you get right back on. I did a 9-game money line parlay for the opening day of Major League Baseball.
Wow. Okay. I have yet to touch the Major League Baseball roster lineups yet for betting.
I'll go. You know what? Here, I just sent it to you, and you can put it on the blog, and everyone can make fun of me. Here, I just made a day of it. I'm going to be watching baseball all day, and when you have a little skin in the game, I guess they say, it's a little more interesting. I started with the 1 o'clock games. I took the Yankees over Baltimore. I took the Nationals over Mets. I took the Phillies over the Braves.
Wait, you took the Nationals over the Mets?
I took the Nationals over the Mets.
Scherzer over DeGrom.
Scherzer over DeGrom. I know it's, I just love Scherzer. I think he is so good.
They're both very good.
They're both very good, but I think Scherzer has a better supporting cast when it comes to driving in runs. So I think they're going to get the run support. I mean, this is a money line bet. If you're asking me, they're not going to win by much because I don't think there's going to be a lot of runs scored because when you have Scherzer and DeGrom pitching, you're not going to score a lot of games. It's not going to score a lot of runs.
Well, speaking of the not a lot of runs, I did see an interesting line in one of the sports books, and if you can find it, I think it's a good bet to do. They had an over-under of 3.5 for the first 3 innings.
I like that. That's a nice bet.
I mean, if you can find a sports book offering something like that with those two pitchers, I can actually see it. Once you get to the bullpens for both teams, you're crapping the bed.
Sure.
But but the two starters today in that game alone, that's an under.
But my third game, I took the Phillies over the Braves. I took the Astros over the Rays. I took the Cubs over the Rangers. I took the Dodgers over the Diamondbacks. I took Cleveland over the Minnesota Twins. I took the Colorado Rockies over the Miami Marlins, and I took the Red Sox over the Mariners.
See, the one of the games you just mentioned, the Diamondbacks.
Yep.
Greinke's pitching.
I know. It's
I just have a hard time going against Greinke opening day. Actually, the first 2-3 times he's out.
I just think,
especially on a money line.
I just think the Dodgers have a lot of firepower. I think the Dodgers are a great team. They've been there. They're hungry and they want to get over that the World Series hangover. So I think they're going to really. I think their bats are going to light up today.
You mean the Buffalo Bills of the Major League Baseball system?
Yes. Well, they got to get over it.
They're a great team up until they get to the World Series, obviously, because they seem to get shut down.
Sure.
The last 2 years, they've just it's almost like they just stopped doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, but
they did hit that buzzsaw with the Red Sox. They were killing everybody last year, but
they were the best team in baseball. The Red Sox were. So, no, but look, that's my crazy 9-game parlay. Hey, give it a shot. Go big or go home. And by the way, even though I was crazy enough to pick the teams, I'm not crazy enough to put a lot of money on it. I put $5 on it, and the odds are plus 7,452. So out of my $5, if I win, I get $372.58. So there you go.
Now,
Not a big risk.
No.
It's just something interesting.
The one thing, looking over all this stuff, it's one of those things where not only the money line bets and all that stuff, trying to find the value in certain areas. I mean, you got, a lot of the new the people in their new teams, Machado, you have Bryce Harper, talking about some of the prop bets they had out there.
Well, that's one of the prop bets I went with. I think
hitting a home run.
Who is it? What the prop bet I went with? Yeah, no, I went with.
See, I did the Harper prop.
I went with Bryce Harper to hit a home run in the
first game
for the Braves, which I think
for the
it's
Phillies.
For the Phillies, yep. Plus, you're going to see a lot of. I'm seeing prop bets here online. Aaron Judge to hit a home run. I mean, that's up to plus 300, and they're playing Baltimore. So
that could be a given right there.
How good does that one look? But
does Baltimore have any pitching?
No, not really. Not really. Baltimore doesn't have a lot of stuff. Here's another prop bet. Speaking of Baltimore, Yankees to win by 3+ runs over 8.5 runs. So
wait. They have an over/under of 8.5.
No, there's the Yankees to win by 3+ runs, and the over is 8.5 runs. So they're real.
Well, the over/under is 8.5.
Yeah, the over/under. The prop bet here has to go over 8.5.
Huh.
Interesting bet. Very interesting bet. And they're not picking the Baltimore Orioles to score a lot of runs. I guess this is all fueled by the Yankees, especially if they pick them to win by 3+ runs.
See, again, it's opening day, and I'm leaning towards certain things in terms of betting and all that, but. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the first day of NFL. You don't know how these teams are going to be. I don't know how Baltimore is going to be, other than they're going to lose. I just don't know by how much or how close the game's going to be.
It's interesting. Tanaka is pitching for the Yankees because Severino, is on injured reserve.
Yeah.
So, how much does that play into how many runs are going to be scored? I remember last year Tanaka got blasted.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Tanaka wasn't pitching well for a while last year, and you never know which Tanaka was going to show up. I mean, they always used to do Tanaka time.
Tanaka time in the Bronx.
But, Tanaka time last year wasn't a consistent, winner there. But, the one other thing I always noticed, and I'm looking around at all the different analysis of the games and everything, a lot of times they mentioned the umpire crew. For balls and strikes and all that stuff. And I guess, it's one of those things where you have to start paying attention to it, especially early on in the season. You get to see the trends of the umpires, and that's going to help you determine walks and runs and everything else.
Anything to give you an edge, you should look at. I got to tell you, after reading all this stuff, I'm really liking that Aaron Judge to hit a home run.
Oh,
I'm really liking that one.
Actually, any home run hitter against Baltimore.
Yeah, but
I would be, I'd be looking at doing something like that because, it's just one of the bottom feeder teams. And I think they're prop bet for how many wins or how many losses Baltimore's going to have. And it'll be interesting to see if they play as badly as they did last year with some.
Yeah, I don't even know what Baltimore's. I think
see now do some of these books, instead of doing over-under wins for Baltimore, do they do over-under losses? Because of the amount they're going to lose.
I'm not seeing too many of those, but
it's just it's fun to see exactly how these are going to. And you know what? With all the new sports books coming out, especially online, they're all going to have different promos and specials and everything else. It'll be fun to watch how creative some of these sports books get with their promos and their parlays and all that as the season goes along. Because you never know what a sportsbook's going to offer until you get some creative guy over there thinking what kind of bets you can put.
Yeah, I know it's going to be interesting. That's why baseball is going to be so interesting to bet. I mean, we had betting in New Jersey on baseball like the last half of the year, but everyone wasn't really getting into it, or they were still feeling their way out. I think we have a half season of betting baseball under our belt in New Jersey, so this one should be very interesting.
I'm wondering how many people actually bet on preseason.
I'd
love to see some of I'd love to see some of those numbers.
I know MLB asked the Vegas sports books Pennsylvania,
New Jersey,
and New Jersey, please stop offering that in your sports books.
And the only dumb people did was Pennsylvania responded and they said yes.
I think Pennsylvania complied, but New Jersey and Nevada said no.
New Jersey
no
told
way.
them to go blow.
Yep.
And I think that was actually a smart thing because you need, even for the sports books, the preseason is preseason for them too. Mm-hmm. And I think some of the odds makers had to get their legs under themselves too. And I think you got to keep the preseason betting going for them as well.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, the Baltimore Orioles Yankees we were talking about. Yes, the over under is 8.5. 8.5 runs. I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's for both teams, not just for the Yankees.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Given it's Baltimore, that could be just for the Yankees.
It'd probably
too.
be for the Yankees.
Yeah.
But that's one of the highest ones I've seen. There's a couple more 8.5. Oh, no, wait, no, here we go. I got, there's one over under 9. It's Detroit Tigers and Toronto Blue Jays. So their over under is 9. So
is that saying something about both pitching staffs, or is that saying something about one team versus the other?
Yeah, I think that's probably about both
teams.
Staffs,
because I didn't hear too much about Toronto in the offseason getting better,
and you're not going to hear too much about Toronto in the regular season either.
No, I think you got two cellar dwellers with Toronto and Baltimore in that division there. But no, it'll be interesting. I'm going to take a look and see exactly what I can do. But I haven't done any 20-game parlays yet.
No, not yet. Well, no. Well, I sent you my 9-game crazy-ass parlay, and if you want to take a look at it, put it on the blog, and everyone can make fun of me and tell me what the hell am I doing.
Yeah, and like I said throughout this segment here, I think this is the day where people should be looking for individual value bets more so than teams, because it's opening day. You don't know how everything's going to be. Batters, pitchers, that sort of thing, runs per inning, that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Not the overall games, but this might be a time to make some money doing those things.
Yeah. Yeah, and now that I think more about it, I think that Judge hitting a home run is looking better and better.
Well, I think both the Judge and the Bryce Harper bet.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I'm liking Bryce
good.
Harper too. I put money down on Bryce Harper.
Well, Harper's always done good in Citizens Bank.
Oh yeah, that is a hitter's field.
Yeah.
So he's going to do well today. I think he's going to do well all year. And what did you say the over-under for home runs for him was about 33 and a half?
33 and a half.
So, take a good look at that one. Let's see how he does today, and I'm sure that's going to move a lot. So
yeah, no, and actually that's going to change depending upon how the first day here is too.
Absolutely.
So enjoy your opening day. I think that's it for what we're going to be talking about here.
That's it. I'm going to kick back and watch some baseball today and hopefully make some money. Hey, why not?
Yeah. Good luck to everybody else out there. I'll be putting up some posts too. We'll put Dave's
crazy-ass 9-game parlay thing.
I've seen bigger parlays, so 9 games is not
I only
that
bet
bad.
$5 on it, so I don't know how crazy it is. So.
No, it's only 9 games.
Yeah, it's only 9 games.
I mean, if you did
Whatever.
like 14, 15 like some of these other guys do, that's...
Yeah, but those guys make the news. You see the Action Network or covers, they always say, this guy in the Superbook.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you make this parlay, I will take a picture of it and I will tweet it out just like they do.
Okay, great. Well, everyone, enjoy opening day of Major League Baseball. Hey, if you're placing some bets, I know it's an exciting time, but bet with your head, not with your heart. Take care. Enjoy opening day. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.